Hi, this is P&M Senior Wellness. Ready to keep your balance strong and easy? If your body has been feeling tighter, stiffer, or older than you'd like, and you worry that one wrong step could steal the freedom you've spent a lifetime earning, stay with me because the quiet solution isn't more walking or forcing your joints. It's a set of gentle Japanese longevity stretches that restore mobility in ways most seniors never discover. If getting out of bed feels slower, if your back curls forward, if your hips resist every motion, that's not weakness. That's your body asking for the right kind of care. And today, you and I are going to give it exactly that. These 7 movements come from some of the world's longest living elders, and what they do for your spine, your hips, your circulation, and your balance is nothing short of transformational. In a minute, I'll show you the first stretch, but I want you to watch closely for the one moment in this routine that most people skip, and it's the moment that actually unlocks your spine and makes every other movement easier, safer, and more effective. Before we start, do me one small favor, tap like and comment the letter C to commit to staying strong this week. And most importantly, don't skip any part of this video. You might miss the one step that changes everything. Exercise 1. Cobra Pose. Before we move into anything challenging, let's begin with a movement that gently reminds your body how to stand tall again. For so many papas and mamas, the years bring a slow forward curl, the shoulders rounding, the chest collapsing, the breath getting smaller without us even noticing. But the Cobra Pose is your quiet rebellion against that pull of gravity. This simple motion reopens the front of your body, wakes up the spine, and sends a message to your nervous system that you're still upright, still capable, still here. And as you do it, I want you to pay attention to one feeling above all: the sense of space returning to your chest like someone opening a window inside you. Go ahead and lie down on your stomach now, legs stretched back behind you. Place your hands directly under your shoulders, palms resting gently on the floor. Before you lift, take one slow breath in through your nose and feel your belly push softly into the mat. On your next inhale, press lightly into your hands and lift your chest just a few inches off the ground. Keep your hips planted. You're not forcing height, you're inviting openness. Relax your glutes, soften your neck, and slide your shoulders down and away from your ears. Hold here for a moment and breathe slowly, letting each inhale lengthen the front of your torso and each exhale melt tension from your back. If you feel any sharpness or strain, lower a little. This is not a pose of pushing, it's a pose of awakening. Stay lifted for a few more breaths, noticing how your lungs expand more freely when your posture opens. When you're ready, gently lower down. Well, repeat this once more. Hands under shoulders, inhale, lift the chest, keep the hips rooted, find that gentle upward glide. Let the breath guide the motion, not your muscles alone. As you lower for the second time, take a moment to notice how your spine feels a little longer, a little lighter, as if you've reset a part of yourself that's been waiting for attention. Now, when you're ready, let's move on to your calves, the quiet engines of your balance and circulation. Exercise 2. Wall calf stretch. Now let's take care of a part of your body that works quietly in the background every single day, even if you hardly ever think about it: your calves. These muscles are your second heart, the pump that pushes blood back up your legs so your feet feel warm, your ankles stay light, and your balance stays steady. When they get tight, everything above them pays the price. But when you free them, you unlock easier walking, better circulation, and a sense of confidence with every step you take. As we move into this stretch, I want you to notice one feeling: the slow release of pressure in the back of your lower leg, like a valve opening to let your body breathe again. Go ahead and stand facing a wall, about an arm's length away. Place your hands gently on the wall for support. Step 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, keeping both feet pointing straight ahead. Now, press your back heel firmly into the ground and soften your front knee just a touch. Lean your body toward the wall until you feel a gentle stretch in the calf of your back leg. Not sharp, not pulling, just a warm lengthening through the lower leg. Stay here and breathe slowly. With every exhale, imagine the stiffness melting downward, out through your heel, giving your legs room to move again. Hold this for a few more breaths, then slowly switch legs. Back heel down, front knee soft, body leaning forward. Keep your hips square and avoid bouncing. Bouncing steals the benefit, but steady pressure rewires your balance. As you settle into this second side, Notice how your ankle opens, how the back of the leg softens, how your whole posture feels just a bit lighter. These small releases add up to real independence. Fewer wobbles, easier stairs, and steadier mornings. Take one more breath here, and when you're ready, well, move on to a stretch that unlocks your hips and brings back the freedom of smooth, confident movement. Exercise 3. Pigeon pose. Now let's turn our attention to the place where so much of your freedom lives, your hips. When the hips tighten, walking becomes harder, standing up from a chair feels heavier, and every step asks more from your knees and lower back than it should. But when the hips open, everything changes. Movement becomes smoother, balance becomes steadier, and daily life feels just a little more effortless. The pigeon pose is one of the most powerful youth-preserving stretches in Japanese longevity practice because it reaches deep into the muscles that quietly stiffen with age, the outer hips, the glutes, and the small stabilizers that protect you from falls. As we ease into it, I want you to focus on a single feeling: the soft release spreading outward from your hip, like a knot untying one thread at a time. Start on all fours, placing your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Gently bring your right knee forward and place it behind your right wrist. Your shin doesn't need to be straight, let it angle comfortably. Now slide your left leg straight back behind you, resting the top of that foot on the ground. If your right hip lifts off the floor, that's completely normal. You can place a pillow or folded blanket under it for support. Your goal here is not to force the hip down, but to find a stable, supported position where your body feels safe. Once you're set, breathe in deeply and lengthen your spine, lifting your chest just a bit. On your exhale, fold forward gently over your front leg, lowering yourself only as far as your body allows. Keep your breath slow and steady. With each inhale, imagine creating space in the hip. With each exhale, melt a little deeper into the stretch. You should feel a deep, warm opening in the hip and glute, never a sharp or pinching sensation. If you do feel discomfort, rise slightly and adjust your support. Stay here for several slow breaths, letting the tension unwind. When you're ready, lift your torso gently, bring your right leg back under you, and return to all fours. Now repeat the same steps with your left side knee forward, opposite leg extended back, cushion under the hip if needed, fold forward at your own pace. As you breathe through this second side, feel how your hips respond, maybe with resistance at first, then gradually with release. When you rise back up, pause for a moment and notice the difference. Your hips a little looser, your steps already feeling lighter. And now that your foundation is opening, let's wake up the entire back side of the body with a movement that resets posture from heels to fingertips. Exercise 4. Downward dog. If your whole body has been feeling tight lately, your calves pulling, your hamstrings tugging, your shoulders rounding forward, this next movement is your full body reset. Downward dog is loved by long-living seniors in Okinawa because it stretches the entire back side of the body at once, from your heels all the way up to your spine and shoulders. And for many older adults, this single pose brings back something almost priceless: that upright, open posture that makes every step steadier and every breath deeper. As we start, I want you to focus on one simple payoff: the feeling of your body gently lengthening, as if gravity is finally letting go of you instead of pulling you down. From your hands and knees, place your palms firmly on the floor, fingers spread wide for stability. Your hands should be just slightly ahead of your shoulders. Now tuck your toes under, take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, lift your hips up and back, letting your knees come off the ground. You're forming an upside-down V shape. Don't worry about straightening your legs fully. In fact, go ahead and bend your knees a little to protect your back and hamstrings. Focus on lifting your hips toward the ceiling, letting your spine lengthen naturally. Press your palms gently into the floor and relax your head between your arms. Let your neck be soft. Now, slowly guide your heels toward the ground, not to touch, but simply to aim. With each inhale, feel the stretch travel up the back of your legs. With each exhale, let your shoulders melt away from your ears. If the stretch feels too intense, bend your knees more and focus on sending your hips back in space. Remember, the benefit comes from the length in your spine, not from forcing any angle. Stay in this position for a few slow breaths, letting your body settle into the shape. Imagine the stiffness draining out through your fingertips and heels. If you feel your balance wavering, gently widen your feet for more support. This pose isn't about perfection. It's about reconnecting your body from end to end, restoring the freedom you need to walk, reach, lift, and live with confidence. When you're ready, lower your knees back down to the floor with control and settle into a neutral position. Your whole backside should feel lighter now, as if someone smoothed out a long wrinkle in your body. From here, we move into a simple spine massage that brings mobility back where aging tries to take it away. Exercise 5. Cat-cow pose. If your back has been feeling stiff in the mornings or tight after sitting for too long, this next movement is your daily spinal massage. Cat-cow is one of the simplest ways to keep your spine young, mobile, and responsive. And when your spine moves well, everything else in your body follows. Better posture, easier walking, smoother balance, even calmer breathing. As we move into it, focus on one emotional payoff: the gentle sense of fluidity returning to your body, like you're oiling joints that have waited years for this kind of care. Let's begin on all fours again, with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers slightly so your hands feel stable. Take a slow breath in. As you inhale, gently drop your belly toward the floor, lifting your chest slightly and letting your tailbone rise. This is your cow pose. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your neck long, as if you're showing your heart forward. Now exhale, and as the air leaves your body, round your spine gently toward the ceiling. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and create a soft C shape through your whole back. This is your cat pose. Don't force it, just allow the spine to move comfortably within its range. Let your breath guide the motion. Inhale into the gentle arch of cow, exhale into the soft round of cat. Continue moving slowly between the two, matching each motion to the length of your breath. Feel how each section of your spine, your neck, your mid-back, your lower back begins to wake up and talk to each other again. If you feel a spot that's especially tight, move a little smaller and let the breath do the work. This practice isn't about stretching hard. It's about giving your spine permission to glide again. Take one more slow cat and one more soft cow, then return to a neutral tabletop position. Notice the warmth and ease spreading through your back. From here, we'll move into an inner hip opening that helps your balance and steadiness in everyday life. Exercise 6. Butterfly pose. Your hips are the gateway to almost every movement you make: standing up, stepping into the car, walking across the room, even keeping your balance when the ground feels uneven. And as we age, this area tightens quietly, almost silently, until one day simple things feel harder than they should. The butterfly pose is a gentle way to open that space again, easing the inner thighs and loosening the hips so your steps feel freer and your body feels more at ease. As we begin, focus on the emotional payoff, the sense of softness returning to a part of your body that's been holding tension for far too long. Sit on the floor or on a firm cushion to lift your hips slightly. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall outward, as naturally as they can. Hold your ankles or feet lightly. Sit tall, keeping your spine long and your chest open. Take a slow breath in. As you exhale, let your knees relax toward the floor, not by pushing them down, but by allowing gravity to do the work. You should feel a gentle stretch through your inner thighs and the deep pocket of your hips. If your hips feel tight, bring your feet a bit farther away from your body. If you feel comfortable, you can lean forward slightly from your hips, keeping your back straight and your head relaxed. Breathe deeply. With each inhale, create space in your lower body. With each exhale, soften into the stretch without force. Let this moment be more about patience than effort. Stay with the breath for a few more seconds, noticing how your hips respond. When you're ready, sit tall again and bring your knees back together with your hands. And now that your hips are open and warm, let's move into one of the most restorative positions in this entire routine, a gentle reset that calms both body and mind. Exercise 7. Child's pose. Let's finish with a movement that has helped countless long-living seniors in Japan restore their calm, steady energy at the end of each day. Child's pose is more than a stretch. It's a full-body reset, a gentle surrender that tells your nervous system, you're safe. You can soften now. And for so many papas and mamas, this moment of quiet release is what brings back clearer thinking, steadier balance, and a deeper sense of ease in the body. As you move into it, focus on the emotional payoff, the feeling of your whole system letting go, like setting down a weight you didn't realize you'd been carrying. Kneel on the floor with your big toes touching behind you. Let your knees open comfortably wide. Slowly sit your hips back toward your heels. Then begin to fold your torso forward, one breath at a time, until your chest moves toward the space between your thighs. Rest your forehead on the floor or on a pillow, if reaching the floor feels too far. Let your arms extend forward with your palms down, or bring them to your sides if that feels more restful. There's no single right shape here, only the version that allows your body to soften. Take a long inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, imagine your lower back melting, your hips relaxing, your shoulders sliding away from your ears. Feel the gentle stretch along your spine and across your hips. Not intense, just comforting. If your knees feel sensitive, place a folded blanket behind them or keep your hips slightly lifted. The goal here isn't depth, it's ease. Breathe slowly for a few moments. With every exhale, let your body sink a little deeper into comfort. This pose supports your diaphragm, calms your heart rate, and gives your mind a rare chance to settle. It's the kind of stillness that strengthens you from the inside out. When you're ready, slowly walk your hands back toward your knees and lift your torso with care. Sit tall for a moment and notice the quiet in your body, the warmth, the softness, the sense of being grounded again. Now that your spine, hips, and legs are fully reset, let's bring all of this together as we close today's practice. Thank you for watching this routine. Before you go, tell me in the comments which stretch today awakened something your body had been quietly asking for. Remember, the final piece of wisdom from earlier still matters. The biggest mistake is pushing past your comfort instead of listening to your breath, because gentleness is what unlocks real, lasting change. Keep showing up for yourself in these small ways. Let your body soften where it's been holding. Let your breath guide where you go next. And give yourself credit for choosing movement instead of stillness. These moments of care add up. Stay patient, stay steady, and keep choosing the life that lets you move with confidence and ease.